Hey, welcome to the Répit Tuesday. My name's Répit, and this is my review for Netflix's new French movie called Restless. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the French title, but this just dropped. There's a cornucopia of titles that always drop on the Friday. I try and cover as many as I can, so do give me a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I hate begging for all of those, but it does actually help the analytics in the channel, so I appreciate everyone that's joined. Thanks for clicking on this thumbnail. Let's get into it. After going to extremes to cover up an accident, a corrupt cop's life spirals out of control when he starts receiving threats from a mysterious witness. This is a confusing film because I'm not sure the genres mesh to what was explained. What is the description? What Netflix says this film is like drama, thriller. I get the drama part. It's tense in places, but it's a lot funnier than I expected there to be comedy in this film. It's not like jokes, people are telling jokes, but the situation that our character finds himself in is comedic. There is one particular scene where he has to hide a body, and how he does that I just found funny. Even the score at the time is suggesting that it's funny. And at no point does it say this has comedy or is a dark comedy. I would explain it to be that. It's a thriller that is a dark comedy in places that I found myself actually laughing at. Not laughing at the film, but laughing at the situation the character is in. So that took me by surprise. And I feel like had the film embraced that more, this film would have been better than it was. Because you get the tenseness, you get the drama, you get the decent action scenes, and you get the cinematography that looks pretty good. And as a whole, on the outside of this film, coming in, just going, yeah, that's all right, as a one-time watch. The problem is, we don't really get any massive backstory for our character. We find out a little bit about his family. We never go into that. We find out that him and his agency, the Crime Division Unit, is under IA investigation. But we kind of understand what's happened, but we never go into that. So there's no backstory there. Then we find out that this happenstance of circumstances that happen, that he happens to do something that create a sequence of events throughout the whole film, a comedy of errors, if you will. Those things have to happen in order for the film to happen. There's certain amounts of those that happen along the way that are believable, and then there are certain amounts of things that happen along the way that are just not believable. And so you kind of have to set your believability to one side for the film to watch, and for you to have it as a one-time watch and probably forget it in T-minus 1 hour. As Jeremy Jans would say, you know, this doesn't require alcohol or does require alcohol, or you forget it in a day. It's definitely a forgettable film. I think, unfortunately, there is a really good film that could have happened, yeah, had that we had all those kind of extra backgrounds, given us a bit more story, a bit more meat to the story. At the beginning, there is this fight sequence where we have our protagonist. He's doing the hand-to-hand combat with 3 cops, and he seems to handle himself quite well. But then later on in the film, it seems like he's forgotten how to fight. So there's things like beats in the story that you're like, oh, you've set up this moment, and then you haven't set up this moment. It just goes counter-clockwise to whatever you've established. You know, you've established one thing that your character can do, and then they can't do that. So there are moments I really enjoyed. I would give this 2 out of 5 Nicolas Cages. It's worth a one-time watch. Fun comedy-wise. I wish they'd lent into that. The cinematography is fine. The acting is fine. Not emotionally engaged at all because they didn't really give us enough meat with the family or the background of the team that goes there. It feels like it could have been a pilot for a TV series. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live on Tuesday.